Hey guys, welcome back to Civ 5. Um, I am going to be using the same mods, the same settings that as I did before. I did a random roll. I'm starting as China. Now the reason I'm showing you guys these videos is I just want to go over the early game as much as possible, because really the game is won or lost in the decisions you make in the early game. So here I am as China. We know that my crossbows are going to be amazing. I am surrounded by silver, which means I'm probably going to be going with the Silver Pantheon. And right now, I'm not on a hill, but I'd like to be. So I'm going to move up to this hill up here with the silver, next to a river, next to a mountain, so that way I can get the science bonus. I'm just going to move down here so that way I can see if we have any ancient ruins that I can discover. I really want to suck up as much of those as I possibly can and meet as many city-states as I can. Then we're going to go to production. And one of the things I don't like to do is not have any growth in my cities. That never works out for me at all. So we're just going to stick with the wheat tile, start building a scout. That'll be better for us than the 2 production in the long run. Pottery again, because it's so important to get that religion going. I know you guys didn't see the rest of my gameplay last time, but I was actually the first person to found a religion, and I was able to get everybody on my continent following the same thing. My religion, of course. Let's go ahead and explore more this way. Get another scout going before my shrine is ready. We've already met another AI, so we're assuming he's going to be over here somewhere, so we want to get this to 2 pop and get our shrine up as quickly as possible, so that way we can start preparing a forwarding city. That's perfect, although it came a turn too early. It would have been nice if we were able to use that to discover writing or something better, but you know, that's just the way the game goes. Sometimes you get some inefficient ones, and sometimes you get some good ones. We've got plenty of units already, but that's what happens when you start the AI on a harder setting. Bratislava, that's basically all we need to discover up here. It looks like that's going to be the top of the continent, and we don't really have to fear anybody coming down on us from here. We've got this beautiful mountain range protecting us. Oh yeah, all the way up. So Bratislava is the dead end over there. Let's see if we can find the capital of Jakarta. Bratislava will get over. What do we do? Nothing. Don't do anything. There they are. Alright, so what we want to do is basically scout this whole western side to see the most ideal spot to put our forwarding city to prevent them from getting too close to our capital and to use a staging off point. Let's get another scout out there to help us with that, because this spearman is going to take too long trudging through the forests. There it is. Scout is up. Time to get started on that settler. Turn 10, and we're starting to build settler. Thankfully, this game's a lot better than the last one in that we don't have that crappy jungle, and instead we have wonderful hills surrounding us. So we're going to go ahead and buy up this silver tile. Start working it now. I'll go ahead and use the scout to finish scouting this western side. Keep pushing against Jakarta to see what my options are here, where I can put it. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of hills that I can put a base on top of. I've got a barbarian encampment in my way, sadly. Speaking of barbarians, let's grab this and keep on pushing west. And now, this is very important, we just had another citizen assigned to our capital. But he's going to be on default focus. We don't want him on that. We want him on production focus. So we're going to go ahead and... Does this have any production on it? It doesn't. We can't do anything right now. So we're just going to hold on to him until we can buy up something that has 2 production. Hopefully that'll happen soon, but not likely with the amount of gold I've spent. Unless I can find another... Yep, perfect. See? This is why I love looking for city-states. It's so important, so crucial. Now we can go ahead and buy up another double production tile. I usually just go for the cheapest one, because I'm going to eventually get them all anyway. Might as well get what's cheap. This looks like my best bet right here is this hill. So I'm going to move this spearman down to take care of this encampment so I can put my second city right there. It's going to be very aggressive, going to be very close, but we're going to have the river on one side to protect us. So again, we want to go for our luxury resources research, so going for mining so we can get these silvers and get that happiness right away. So as soon as our settler pops out, we don't have to focus so much on getting a worker. We can just go for it. Now I'm actually going to keep the scout in because it's more important for me to get this next city than it is for me to keep scouting, because he's my main opposition. So I'm going to use him to give my spearmen a flanking bonus and to hopefully finish off this encampment if I need it. Now the level ups are a little bit differently in the way that I do my mods. So I'm choosing a promotion that gives me experience faster, so I can get some better ones. Also gives +5 to defense and +5 to attack. See? And now we're going to go with honor and pick up a quick 8 points of culture. And so we're almost all ready to tradition. Meantime, we figured out there's another encampment right there. Lucky us. So I'm going to move our spearmen over to take care of that because it's just going to keep spawning barbs. And our settler's ready. So we're just going to go ahead and march them over to the area that we already decided that we're going to use as our forwarding base. We're going to go for that silver pantheon that I said, as long as nobody got it. Here we go, religious idols. Bang. That's beautiful. And of course we have to remember to set our citizens back to production. And it's still not growing, and I hate it when that happens. So I'm just going to get it on default for now until we can get a big enough pop where we can focus on production without having to lose anything else. Now Budapest loves the fact that we just help them out, but I don't care. I want their worker. So let's just make peace. Start over again. The citizen is more important than winning their friendship. They're not going to be a problem later on in the game. So now that we have a worker, and the worker is going to come over here and help out, I would like to get another worker up and running so that we can have 2 workers for 2 cities. I usually like to have at least the amount of workers as I have per city. Since I'm going to be getting another city up, I want to get that going as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and go, since we already have our luxuries taken care of, let's go for animal husbandry. We know how important that is. There's a horse resource around us. We can get chariot archers and just take it to Jakarta. They're not on a hill. We only have 11 defense. So if everything turns out for us, we could be destroying them by, hopefully, before turn 70, we could have their capital. It just depends on how things go. The barbarian encampment, we don't really have to worry about. Budapest is going to take care of it. And, you know, actually, in the meantime, I can continue to farm by letting this city... weaken them for me while I go in for the kill. Not get them yet. Now let's wait another turn. I like to be topped off on health before I go in for a barbarian encampment. I'll wait to see if anything spawns out before I attack. We got Hannibal Husbandry, and there are no horses around us. Not even the place that we're going to be. Good thing is Jakarta doesn't have any horses either. It doesn't look like anybody has any horses anywhere, which is ridiculous. Which is fine. That just means that we have to go for archery. Alright, looks like this barbarian's ready to be picked off. Bang. +8 culture. Budapest has already started to forgive us. Get the tradition going. Back over here. I'm going to get this spearman to take care of that barbarian encampment. The settler's ready to start a city. Perfect. We're going to be taking up the spices very soon. This is about the point where we left off last time. I got a little bit extra time because I was trying to hurry this time around, so you can see what I'm going for. Getting another shrine up so we can boost this religion, or with the faith output, so we can get the religion going as soon as possible. Let's move him back over here. Hopefully some more barbs will come up. That Budapest will start to pick off, and we can finish them off and get extra culture and influence with Budapest. Not like it matters, but every little bit counts. Workers ready. I don't really have anything pressing that I need to take care of. If I had horses, I'd go for it. If I had iron, I'd go for it. But I'm just going to set them to auto because I have more important things that I'd like to take care about, especially when you're in a fast game with other players. You don't have time to micromanage everything. You have to put some things on auto. The workers are the easiest thing to do. They don't have the best AI for what they do, but it's definitely better than just sitting around and waiting for them to do everything manually, when they'll probably just do fine on their own. Same thing with these scouts. I don't really care where any other civs are right now. The only one I care about is Jakarta. So I'm just going to set him off to auto-explore while I take care of more important things. If I was playing a game with more people, I would be more meticulous and make sure that I micromanage more. But I'm just trying to show you guys as much gameplay as possible in as short a time as possible. I'd like to go for the wheel, but we don't have any horses. So instead, I would like to go for competent bowmen. So we're actually going to go for masonry right now. Now, one of the important things to keep in mind is when to get a national college, when to go for it, because it is quite a boost up in turns that it takes for most other techs. I like to wait until after my, once I know my second city is going to be getting its library, so I can get my national college to go for it. Now, the good thing about the spearman is I believe he's strong enough to withstand an attack from this warrior after taking out the barb encampment, so I'm going to take it out, get some extra culture. Look at that, I'm already going to get a new policy next turn. So things are progressing pretty good. I have 2 cities up and running. I'm going to be starting to build military units soon, as much as I can get enough science going, and as soon as I can get to competent bowmen. Let's take a look at demographics. Jakarta has the highest population, but he doesn't have the lowest soldiers. I do, actually, but that's what happens when you start out a more difficult setting. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, just let me know.